Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. That case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? I'm aware of that, Your Honor. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. That's true. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I have a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files. Bingo! I know the exact reason. I do know why. Objection, Your Honor. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. I have the SL9 incident file right here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? Must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SO9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed. The case fell into your hands. His brother. Whoa! He was investigating the murders of Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of, worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. First time Dark left behind any evidence that was only needed. He's arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. That's your reason for your insane actions? Whoa. Everyone, we're finally starting to crack the nutshell. I know who the real killer is, but I'm not going to reveal who it is yet. That was the last day the SO9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, and he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office's parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. No. Objection, Your Honor. A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. That's true, Mr. Edgeworth. No. 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 No, no, no. We're not done yet. No doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. No! Objection! Emma. Your Honor. In a sense, yes. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. Other handprint. Yes. Did you find something? Huh? She did try. Yes, reasonable doubt does remain. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Yes, Your Honor. One moment, everyone. Bingo! Objection, Your Honor. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. Oh, I'm not grasping, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. No. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. I am not trying to buy time. Bingo.
Take that!
The Blue Badger. The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well? Gotcha! That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing there, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot of the locker! Gotcha! It means that it can't be done. I'm aware of that, Your Honor. Emma. Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? Yes. After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that means this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in. It's not far-fetched balderdash. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. That will have been... It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered! You're not getting me with that one, Edgeworth.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. The murder portrayed in the security tape has already been proven to be a fake. However, this does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Bingo! Gotcha! That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Gladly, Your Honor. Bam! The crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. Bingo! Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel in to the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would have been 4:40 p.m. No, it was not Edgeworth. Not this time. Drop the act, witness. Doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out. It couldn't have been me. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. That's true. Exactly. Before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at this chart again. There's only one other card remaining. 7 sevens. Talk about a lucky number. That doesn't make sense. Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777777. What? Uh-oh. Whoa! Objection, Your Honor. That's ridiculous. Just... An official charge. Yes. Lana. The SL9 incident? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time... Lana... Answer the question. What? Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. No, Emma. It's not your fault or hers. I know exactly who's responsible. There's only one person it can be. Edgeworth said that ID belonged to someone the rank of captain or higher. Which means... Actually, I think we know what it means. Sounds like everyone's heard about those killings except me. What do you mean, what happened to you? He murdered Officer Marshall's brother. I found an incriminating piece of evidence. What did you have to do? What did you have to do with those killings, Emma? What? He tried to kill you. So that means you... I didn't see that one coming. Jake Marshall's brother. What happens? Permanent picture. You weren't able to testify about that? Made it up. I mean, provided bogus evidence? Edgeworth? Couldn't have known it was being given false evidence. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Poor Emma. Must have been through so much. 2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something that puzzles me, Emma. You said you were in Alana's office at that time, right? Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? What? Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her. Ah! Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Lana, Emma told me about you. About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially on that unusual change of jobs? A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. All drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Chief Gantz. Emma really does idolize her big sister. Now you're chief prosecutor. What happens? Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Second in command. That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? They even had the same office? Uh-oh. When he tried to murder Emma. What? So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. Three bodies. What did you do? Can't blame her after all. Her sister must have gone, after all, her sister must have gone through. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. I don't buy it. There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe the case was truly solved. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, correct? Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office. The site of the final SL9 murder. Jake Marshall. Che sarà. Never know where life will lead you, eh, bambina? Say, where you headed? Why do prospectors head west? Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, do you mind telling us exactly what happened? What do you mean, fishy? Inconsistent evidence, huh? Inconsistent facts, I should say. Murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. So, means there was a good chance the knife was not the murder. Whoa! The facts have been concealed with forged evidence? Scars of the SL9 incident left behind. Reminds me of the 27 Club. Highest honor. You mean the King of Prosecutors Award. Mr. Marshall must have been really close with his brother. Just like Emma is close with her older sister, Lana. The evidence transfer. Interesting. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered and the evidence locker was empty. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? They? After the case ended, Anna transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. On a secret, all started 2 years ago. I did. It was certainly enlightening. Adios. Adios, partner. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Chief Demon Gant's office. What the? Chief Gantz. No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy today. Provocative statement, huh? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Something's not right with this picture. Wait a minute! That jar! Right behind Lana. Bingo. Very well. All the same, we still need to have a look around. Seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. One moment, everyone.